come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. It rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. The sun so hot, I froze to death. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, well, don't you cry for me. For I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh, Susanna, the great old Stephen Foster song from 1848. Can you imagine? It's still around, still popular. We've got one here, arrangement with a capo on the 2nd fret. And so we're playing in the key of, with G formation. So we're playing in the key of A, in case you're playing with mandolin players or fiddle players who don't use a capo. They think we cheat. So what? So we're in A, but G formation. So we start off with a hammer. Hit the 3rd string open along with the 6th string, 3rd fret. Hit them together with your middle finger. Hammer that 3rd string to the 2nd fret. Oh, I come from. Now, I just want to say something about this song. Stephen Foster wrote it in what was then kind of a new thing from Europe, a polka beat, because it went, oh, I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Well, I've stretched it out so that I've done away with the polka beat and stretched it out into 4/4 time so that they augment. I think it's called augmented in classical music, where you stretch out a melody, space it out more from the original. Because this is kind of like a more into a folk, more modern day. I don't say modern day, but like a lot of folk music these days for finger picking. Because otherwise, that's the original way, right? Quicker melody notes coming together and not spaced out. So we're here, third measure. By the way, you noticed right before I started talking here that you should go to the end of the video, scan that tab that I am showing, and scan it and copy it so that you can follow along here. The end of the 3rd line, or the end of the 1st line of the tab. We've done this in another video. I've got this called push rhythm or anticipation. I've hit that 3rd string open early, so to speak, because it really, the melody actually falls into the next measure. And see, I've got the tie, that's a tie, that line, curved line. So you hit it an eighth note early, half a beat early. So you get this instead of just square, This is anticipation or push rhythm or syncopation. That note, instead of falling on the next measure right there, comes early. Same hammer again. D or D7. I'm just playing the 2 fingers of it. 2nd fret 6th string, 2nd fret 3rd string. These 2 fingers. Starts again. Push rhythm again. Again, push rhythm. Running up to a C. A C chord, not I was thinking of a hockey player named Secord. Al Secord. No, not Al Secord. This is a C chord you're going to, because you're in, well, we're playing out of G. So we're going to the 4 chord. We want to run up to that C note, 3rd fret, AS, 5th string. My numbers, man, numbers. And we get to the C, open 5th, 2nd fret 5th. And we get to the C, we hit the 2nd and 5th string together, holding down a C chord. Not Al. I got 2 pages here because it's so long. How about that? Well, part of the 2nd page completes it. So we're in the C. Susanna, don't you cry for me, for I'm going to Louisiana with a banjo on my knee. How about that, eh? So it's a stretch version. That's my way of saying it. I don't know. Yeah, augmented melody, stretched out melody. You heard me singing it in the beginning, near the beginning of this video, so you realize how long that I had to stretch out some of those words, like Alabama and Louisiana. Okay, nothing difficult. Only a few hammers at 2nd, 3rd string, 2nd fret hammer. Open the 2nd fret. Happens on the D, the 2-finger D. Happens on the G formation. No slides, and that push rhythm a few times. Right. Sometimes that push rhythm takes a while to get onto because you have to, for me anyway, I have to hear something for a while before it soaks into my fingers, it seems. I have to know what it sounds like. I'm not the greatest sight reader as some people are. Well, really, sight reading is for people that have played so much, they know what something sounds like just by looking at the music, sheet music. Either a standard notation or a tab. Beethoven was deaf at the end. He could write music. He wrote all kinds of stuff when he was deaf. How did that? Well, because he could write something on a sheet of paper, just like we write words, and we can hear them. He heard music notes. So it all soaks in over time. Yeah. And we get tab. We get numbers, we get zeros, where to put the fingers. The brain tells you where to put your fingers from reading the tab, right? After a while, you don't need the tab. You've played it so much. Forget forget it. You want to memorize it. You don't want to carry books around to your jams all the time. I mean, okay, for a while, but eventually you want to have tunes you can play right off the bat. Somebody said, play something for me. You've got this memorized. Away you go. Bingo, bingo. That's what you want to do. Okay. Oh, Susanna. One of the nicest tunes around, and it's still around. I'll see you next time around. Yes, sirree, Bob. We have tab. Do we ever have tab? Page 1. Page 2.